Hello, people of Earth. Welcome to Squares of the Round Table podcast. But not really, because this is Nuisance Squared. So,
Okay,
there's
The
that.
other one. There's one, and then there's the other
There's
one. This
the
is
other one. There's the other one. This is why you don't make me do these things. Welcome to Nuisance Squared. And I have Mike.
Good evening,
Ivan,
Highlander.
And that Edwin kid who finds a whole bunch of stuff that we gotta get rid of one of these days. But yeah, and I don't know. Maybe Scott's in the backwards somewhere. I don't know. But
We hope Scott's doing good.
But yeah, so yeah, we got stuff and things and stuff and stories and funny and I don't. Well,
We'll give you a LOL or two. That's internet speak for laughing.
Is it?
Yes, that's what the kids say on the internets.
Well, then if I'm texting, it's not on the internet, though, right?
It's using the internet, isn't it? It's using your phone. It's like the internet.
Yeah.
So, anyway, funny stories to make you laugh. Maybe here's one from PC Gamer. Somebody 3D printed a tiny Star Trek spaceship that can move under its own power.
Okay.
It's unfeasibly tiny, a 3D printed 15 micrometer model of the USS Voyager can actually move under its own power, though warp speed is admittedly still just out of reach. As part of research around artificial microswimmers, a team of researchers at Leiden University have been testing their microscopic 3D printer with a host of exotic forms. Where previously they were limited to simple spherical shapes, researchers are now able to print helixes, tugboats, and even the Starship Voyager, as well as weird lollipop-looking contraptions. So the article's on PCGamer.com, so it's like, if you're wondering what artificial microswimmers are, essentially they're microscopic objects that are able to move through liquids. They're 3D printed synthetic colloidal particles that have no moving parts. Instead, they propel themselves through liquid by way of chemical reaction. So that is platinum that reacts with hydrogen peroxide. So no little warp engines or whatever. Among the test objects stands a 30 micrometer Benchy the Tugboat, one of the best-known 3D benchmark tester objects with a lot of complex geometry. Helps to identify flaws with printers that may have otherwise been overlooked. But one researcher explains that 3D Benchy is a structure that has been designed to test macroscopic 3D printers because it has several challenging features, and it was natural to also try at the micrometer scale. So they 3D printed, because they're nerds, they 3D printed the Starship from Voyager, and it can move in tiny liquids. What would you print that would do you could move under its own power, Jeff?
How tiny of a liquid?
This object is only 15 micrometers. Is that like 1/1,000,000th of an inch?
I have no idea. I am not a metric survey.
We're from America. We don't use the metric system around here, son.
We're from Americas. We don't use no. Try speaking English.
No.
We don't count the 50 stars and stripes with the micrometers.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
well, what would you print on a 3D printer and make it move around?
1, 2, 4.
What would I? What would I move? What
Which
would
one
I
would you
print?
make, Jeff?
Like a little hot dog with little like 3D print little mustard on it?
No. Why would I? Oh boy. No. I don't know. I guess the Millennium Falcon. I mean, why the hell would you want anything Star Trek?
Yeah. Hey man, don't be like, we seek balance here. We don't discriminate against Star Wars or Star Trek.
No, we don't discriminate. We just look at the box office numbers.
That's right.
So,
Ivan, what would you 3D print and make it move around on its own?
That's an interesting question.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, my brain isn't that big, so give me a moment. Um, well, I think I would make a 3D. Um, yeah, I guess I would make like a little frog.
Okay, fair enough. A little froggy. I could swim
Yeah,
around. I was
yeah.
never any good at Frogger. I get fast past the one stage, and that's it.
And you get
The
squashed.
gators would eat, and I couldn't get across the street with the cars to squash me.
Get splattered.
I was only get past the first stage. That was it. If I could make it past the second stage, it was a miracle in Frogger.
Wow.
So this was not interesting. Jeff, do you have a story
Well,
for
no,
us?
I mean, it depends on what you can, what kind of movements you could do. I mean, like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk would be amusing.
Yeah.
Well,
If you
or you
could get
could
it to
have
do
the
that.
frog, and then you could have the frog do like a Michigan J frog. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Kind of waltzing across.
Yeah, we can wobble or move in various ways, not just like a straight line.
Right.
You know,
To get it to oscillate,
Can we do like a Jordan in mid leap and like make it look like he's
Yeah.
like
How it's traveling
going
towards
to
a
the
mini
basket?
3D basket hoop,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Like a
can we do that?
micrometer Space Jam.
Yeah.
Or can we do like
Can we do an entire game of Space Jam like that?
I don't know about that. So we have a lot of things that we put up on the Squares of the Roundtable Facebook page, and while technically this isn't a story, I do find this hysterical, and I thought we'd bring this up, which is so apparently somebody decided to mess with their neighbor's trail cam, and they decided that the best way to do that was to go out and buy a $69 Ewok costume
No kidding.
and a Chewbacca and a $129 Chewbacca costume, and then walk past the trail camera, and we have the pictures, and it looks like deer out there with like the glazed eyes and everything.
Yeah, with the
It's
light up
freaking
eyes.
Great.
Yeah.
It's freaking great.
It's like, what? There's a freaking Ewok on my cam recorder. It's awesome.
It only makes me sit there and think,
That'd be great.
What would we? It's like, what would I dress up at, like, to do something like that?
Just to fuck with people, yeah.
Yeah, just to fuck. I mean, why just do it on Halloween?
Bigfoot. You dress up as Bigfoot and fuck with people like that.
I follow Sasquatch on Facebook.
Do you
guy
really?
in a Sasquatch costume playing saxophone out in the woods.
Okay.
All right, I don't know about that.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
What
He's
if
wearing
you
cool
like?
shades
What if you
and
like
he's playing saxophone.
What if you like walked across like the? God. Well, there's that. Yeah, here, there's an idea. Walk through the neighbor's trail cam with a saxophone, playing a saxophone on it.
Sasquatch playing saxophone.
Yeah, I was thinking about like if I could dress up as like Fat Elvis and walk past it or something like that, and be like
Ghost of Elvis.
Yeah, something like that.
And you know what? Go ahead and take pictures out in front of the 7-Eleven. I did see him there. I did.
Yeah. The amusing part is that like if you do that enough, the person's like gonna get desensitized, and when there's like a real animal, they're gonna be like, it's just so and so doing.
Oh, it's just a
again.
Deer. Who cares?
Yeah,
Oh my God! It's Kurt Cobain.
It's like it's not a bear. It's really they need Chewbacca again. It's really a bear.
Yeah, bear with a crossbow.
What?
All right. This one here's from San Antonio news. Apparently, a Florida police dog was dressed up for an ID badge photo.
Nice.
So not Florida man, not Florida woman. We had Florida dog.
Florida dog.
At Orange County, Florida, on picture day, you usually want to dress up and look your best. Deputies at the Orange County Sheriff's Office in Florida made no exception for a canine whose name is Chico.
Chico.
The German Shepherd posed for his new photo and even wore a tie. with his uniform.
Cute.
The adorable photo of him has garnered more than thousands of likes on Facebook. The good boy often makes appearances on the Orange County Sheriff's Office social media feeds. Canine Chico has worked with his handler, Corporal Robert Lees, for 4.5 years, but this is the first time he's donned a human's police uniform.
Wow. That's cute.
Yeah, it's on Orange County Sheriff's Facebook, Instagram page where he's wearing a sombrero or he's wearing sunglasses. He's a good doggo. Good police doggo.
Wow.
That's the part where then, like, the human trainer should dress up like a dog.
Right.
Next to him. Like the dog having the leash in the mouth or something like that.
And then they should walk past the trail cam.
Yes.
Now that would be perfect.
That would be good.
That would be really good.
Or we could make a 3D rendering of them and they could walk through liquid.
Yeah, and they could walk through the liquid on the trail cam. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be something. Now there's an idea. What if you just took like a bike, like a like with training wheels, and you turned it into like the Starship Voyager, and then you rode it past the trail cam in the middle of the night if you could get to light up and stuff? That'd be amusing.
You get Captain Kirk on the Starship Enterprise.
But we need money for that, and apparently that we have a way to get that, which is apparently NASA has discovered a rare metal asteroid that is worth, get this, 10,000 quadrillion
U.S. dollars.
At U.S. dollars.
The
Hubble telescope discovered a rare, heavy, immensely valuable asteroid called 16 Psyche, or Psyche, whichever you want to go, in the solar system's main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, because if it was in Uranus, we'd all know about it. Mm-hmm. Asteroid Psyche is located 230 million miles from Earth and measures about 140 miles across, about the size of West Virginia. What makes it special is unlike other rocky asteroids that are icy, it is made up entirely of metals, just like the core of Earth, according to the study. We've seen meteorites that are mostly metal, but this one could be unique in that the asteroid is totally made of iron and nickel.
Okay.
Given the asteroid's size, the metal content could be worth basically 10,000 quadrillion.
But wait a minute, Scott, you can get a lot of nickels out of that nickel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Or about 10,000 times the global economy of 2019. Jeez, holy cow. Okay, why didn't you just say that?
Yeah. That's a lot of zeros.
Yeah, using the there's hold on a second. Just so you're aware, how many zeros do you think that is?
Hell if I know.
It's a lot. Let's see if I can. I've got the screen here. It's 9, 12, 15.
Oh, well, you're cheating. I was going to make you guys do the over/under.
I'm cheating.
Yeah, you are.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. 19 zeros. I just want the interest.
Okay.
Seriously, I want the interest. I'll take 1%. That's all I need. I don't even know what 1% of that would be. What
would be 100 quadrillion?
Or Googleplex.
You just like saying the word Googleplex.
What?
You just like saying the word Googleplex.
Yeah, it's been a while since I saw a movie at the Googleplex.
Yeah. Well, I saw the Goo Goo Dolls.
Well, yeah, but do you know what Googleplex means?
Yeah, it's that movie theater I went to the last time.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
They give the free hot dogs.
No.
So asteroid 16 Psyche. That's
Yeah. So let's see. So they the observations in 2017, researchers deduced that the surface could be mostly pure iron. However, they recognized the presence of iron composition of as small as 10% could dominate the ultraviolet observations. They're expecting to launch in 2022 atop the SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket. Further facts about the asteroid include the exact metal content will be hopefully uncovered when it is orbiting. The probe arrives early in 2026.
We're gonna probe that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not just gonna probe it.
All right.
I mean, my favorite is just like here's an idea. We just need okay. I think I figured this shit out now. We need to go to the Small Business Administration. We just need a loan.
Of how much?
Enough to build a rocket.
We don't want a asteroid the size of West Virginia crashing into the Earth, even if it means like making us a ton of money.
Dude,
Okay.
we don't need a lot. We just need to carve off a little bit.
But it's I guess it's like super rare because it's like the only one of its kind we've discovered yet.
Yeah,
It's like it's what's left. What they think is left of the dead core of a planet that didn't get formed.
Yeah, so there's like I said, short of being a Death Star, one other possibility is it's material that's formed from very near the sun, early in the solar system.
I see.
Oh, great! It's a Death Star.
Well,
That's even
I
better.
remember
That's what we
reading
need.
science books. I remember reading about how the asteroid belt was formed. They think the asteroid belt was formed from a planet that didn't get formed, or the one that maybe tore away from Jupiter.
I got my asteroid belt when you give in 3 box of purchases from Frosted Flakes.
Well, let's see. The only asteroids I know are the ones that I have to keep putting suppositories in.
The asteroids I know about are the ones in the video game. I don't really like that.
Yeah, that
game.
little triangle that you get.
I never liked asteroids. It was kind of stupid after a while.
Yeah, I don't like asteroids either. They especially when you use the bathroom and stuff.
Not hemorrhoids, not asteroids. Stop talking about things like Uranus. All right. Anyway. Now I have an idea of what we need to make for a 3D floating thing. The thing that goes in Ivan's butt.
Suppository?
Yeah. We need to make a suppository that floats. There you go. All right. What else we got? Here we go. Stop everything.
Okay.
David Hasselhoff is making a metal record.
Okay, so how's he going to play it?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. So
I was going to say,
from
apparently-
loudersound.com.
yeah. So apparently turns out Hasselhoff is the latest unlikely to rip open his shirt and his bare chest and yell, "I am metal" at the sky. Turns out the Hoff has been secretly recording a song through the night with an Australian metal duo, Q-Stack. These unlikely bedfellows have launched a Kickstarter campaign to turn their retro sci-fi cyberpunk vision into reality, which means basically they want to make a video. And what does this masterwork actually sound like? We're not exactly sure, because the promo video they released is 95% Waffle and 5% Hoff bellowing the chorus through the night, like the metal satyr we always knew he was. Anyway, I guess you can contribute. This is a Kickstarter that's going on to hear Hoff do metal music. The Hoff do metal music.
We did hear him do like a disco thing he did for Guardians 2, where he was Zardu Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
okay.
Didn't he do that thing at the
end? Hey, Marley.
Oh God. So there's that.
So David Hasselhoff is making a metal album. They can film it on that trail cam, save some money.
Yeah.
Or on
They
the
should go on that
asteroid,
metal.
bring the
Yeah, I
asteroid
was
into
gonna
orbit,
say.
and have
Oh,
space
they
David
could
Hasselhoff film it on the
have it-
asteroid.
One of those micro thingies, and you could watch it float in the water.
Yeah, miniature David Hasselhoff, 3D
Yeah,
printer.
David Hasselhoff, and you can barely hear him scream.
Make a video for that.
Yeah,
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
So the next story is the story I've been waiting to do all week.
Okay.
The
So
story
apparently, well, at least for me. So
story-
we spend way too much time on the Snyder Cut on the other show. But for once, we're going to do News of the Squared, and we're going to do the Snyder Cut, and you guys are going to laugh. Because apparently, Kevin Costner appeared with Diane Lane on SiriusXM's Radio Andy, and Costner claims not to know whether the Snyder Cut is a DC or a Marvel thing. And the only reason this is of amusement is because, how do I put this? Kevin Costner played Jonathan Kent in the most recent Superman reboot.
Yeah, I think he had like a cameo in Justice League, didn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
Costner answers. It gets even more amusing. It starts with this Costner when asked by the host Andy Cohen if he will reprise the Jonathan Kent role opposite Martha's Kent in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Opposite Martha in the Snyder Cut. In the Snyder Cut, here's what Costner said, quote, "I'm not even sure what Justice League is. Is that a movie?"
Oh, boy.
That's the best. It gets better. Lane laughs off the question, admitting to not knowing if the pair are allowed to even talk about this. She says, "I plead the fifth. I don't know."
They might be in talks.
And then Costner says, "You think I'm kidding? That's the problem. You think I'm kidding." He says, smiling, "Is this a Marvel thing?"
And all the. That's why he's not coming to Comic-Con. I'm gonna own him.
Lane points out that the Justice League is DC, and Costner says, "Well, I don't know. Boy, it'd be nice to sit down with a little money, with those little money bucket called those movies." But yeah, so the long and short of it is apparently Kevin Costner doesn't
know Superman is DC or Marvel.
Yeah, or that apparently what he's been working on is.
Granted, most people his age don't know either.
Yeah, but he was in a freaking.
But he was in the film. You would think he'd know a thing or two.
You think he'd know?
Yeah.
But it's one of those superhero. I'm just doing one of those superhero movies. That's all.
Yeah, where they have buckets of money.
I'm sure. Ask him about Waterworld. He'll know some shit about that.
Yeah,
right?
Dances with Wolves. He know off the top of his head.
Speaking Navajo to Clark Kent on the
it's
trail
not like
cam.
They have. Yeah, seriously.
How are you?
Yeah, with Kevin Costner standing in front of the trail cam. Is this that Justice League movie? Hello?
Not the child.
Why is this dog wearing a tie?
Yeah, seriously. God, no.
That's okay.
Like I said, I thought it was funny when I read it. I was like dying. I'm like, what is this Justice League thing? It's like, is it a movie or a TV show? Is this a Marvel thing? Oh boy, that's not good.
Not borrowed time is what it is.
It's the Super Friends.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna get.
There's Marvin.
It's not like we're gonna get Bull Durham 2 Electric Boogaloo or anything like that in the near future. There's only like 5 people are going to get that joke.
Like the Postman sequel, yeah.
Well, no, the good news is the 5 people who are listening might actually get that joke.
Breaking 2.
God. I can't believe there was a Breaking 2. I can't believe there was a Breaking 1.
No.
Beat Street. What the hell were we thinking? I actually saw Beat Street in the movies. What was I doing?
They're going to make a movie about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of bringing back things, because we're bringing back the Justice League with another, crap ton of money for HBO Max. Apparently, the Undertaker's daughter thinks he just sits around the house and does nothing.
Yeah, I saw that. That is awesome.
The Undertaker has spent 30 years digging holes, collecting souls, and resurrecting himself from the dead. He's buried men alive and set others on fire. He infamously threw mankind off the roof of hell in a cell, and he once dragged Hulk Hogan around on a motorcycle. He choke-slammed Edge straight to hell. There was that one time he tried to embalm Steve Austin. So the point is, The Undertaker's done some seriously twisted and sinister things throughout his WWE career that has caused so many children to have terrible nightmares. But there's one child that isn't the slightest bit wary of Big Evil, and that's his 8-year-old daughter.
God.
Michelle McCool, that's her name. Michelle McCool.
No, that's the mom.
Oh, that's the mom. Okay. She appeared on WWE's The Bump this week and explained that prior to watching the Last Ride docuseries, their daughter thought Undertaker just sat around the house doing nothing for a living. Says it was a really
not wrong.
It was a really cool experience. It's funny because as much as we taped over such an extensive period of time, didn't really feel like we were taping all the time. So when we watched it unfold on TV with the family, it was really cool to see. That's just something special that we'll have forever. I think it's neat for our 8-year-old, as much crap as she gives her daddy. I think it was pretty cool for her to see how much he's done.
She gives crap to her dad? He's 6'9".
Yeah, but she's an 8-year-old girl, and
I don't care if she's 8-year-old or not. 6'9".
Man.
No.
Unless you have kids, man, you don't know that rule, man. Everything else goes out the
window. Dude, he lives in Texas. He's got a pool. He'll choke slam her into the pool.
Yeah, not her kid.
I think that's hysterical, though. The 8-year-old kid is like, yeah, he just sits around fucking doing nothing.
And it's not just his daughter who had her eyes open.
All day, right?
Now, the last Ride series, the Last Ride series was by far the most personal look inside the man behind The Undertaker that pro wrestling fans have never witnessed up to this point. It's hard not to agree with Michelle that WWE did a darn good job with it. And they're promoting a Survivor Series 2020 on November 22nd as a celebration of 30 years of The Undertaker.
Yeah, we'll see what that turns out to be. But
sounds one word, shit show.
You know what? There's an idea. There's an idea for the trail cam. I'm going to dress up like The Undertaker and have all the music and all the shit and watch people be like, oh, fuck.
As long as I get to be Paul Bearer.
Oh, my Undertaker.
As long as I get to be Sasquatch playing the saxophone.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what it is. The Undertaker walking out with Paul Bearer, followed by a Sasquatch with his
playing I'm a Real American by Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, there we go, or something like that. I do think it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that 8-year-old thinks that her father doesn't do anything. Not wrong. She's not wrong. Basically, when she was born, I mean, really, he's been like having like one match a year for like about like
living off those residuals.
Well, not only that. No, I mean he's been like 1 or 2
years.
Well, the last like 10 years has been basically like, okay, I show up at WrestleMania, I do my thing, and then I go home. Although there have been a couple others now where he'll do like a SummerSlam or like he did a few of those Saudi Arabia shows because the Saudi Arabia money is freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, they with unbeknownst to much of the American audience, a lot of these celebrities will go overseas and do personal concerts for princes and shit, and they'll make tons of money.
That WWE Dunham did the ventriloquist went to Saudi, did a big concert there, and man, he brought the place down. And
Shawn Michaels came out of retirement. That's how good the money was.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's that. God, that's funny. Speaking of undertaking and weird things of that, we are now about to meet the stripping skeletons that make a Texas neighborhood clutch its pearls.
Stripping skeletons?
Yes.
I heard.
The stripping skeletons will be staying. Rift this week between a homeowner and between a homeowners association and a resident in a Texas neighborhood was caused by pole dancing skeletons. This is from Richmond, Texas. Resident Angela Navi decided to spice things up this year for Halloween by creating the candy shop on her front lawn, a strip club filled with skeletons. Her decorations are proudly on display, doing impressive tricks on the pole nightly to the crowd of other bony patrons.
And the skeleton is animatronic. It's like moving.
Is it really? Okay.
I think so. Isn't it?
The strip club is no joke either. There's security, a skeleton checking IDs at the door, while the wig-wearing candy strippers, other skeletons, climb up and down the pole with the help of humans.
Oh, okay, so like puppeteering.
She says that she changes the dancers' positions every night,
and
that they are and that every skeleton has a name, including Vanessa and Candy. Good Lord. While the working women of the candy shop are just trying to make an honest honest living, more like an honest bow, and entertaining folks during the bleak year. Some people in the neighborhood were not happy about the front yard strip.
I'm shocked by this news because everyone's offended by everything.
Boy, bring it on.
The Midland Reporter Telegram claims that tells us that this woman, this Navi, received a letter from the Homeowners Association instructing her to take down the display within 30 days because the skeletons are offensively positioned. What a bunch of boneheads. The letter goes
We've
on to
got a
say
bone
that
to
the
pick
area,
with you, neighbor.
Yes.
I got a bone to pick with you.
The letter goes on to say that it's a family-friendly neighborhood. Nave says the display was meant to be a bright spot on a tough year. Quote, this has been such a hard year. So with Halloween decorations, I thought, let's have a little bit of fun. Every night, let's add somebody to the candy shop and have a little fun.
Yeah, there's like there's pictures on the Squares page from the article, and it's like there's skeletons getting lap dances from skeletons wearing wigs.
Despite having some doubts after receiving the letter, she was encouraged by Facebook fans who told her that people drive by the house every night just to get a glimpse of the pole dancing queens. I thought it was skeletons. Anyway, she says that there's a 30-day request from the Homeowners Association, means that she's allowed to keep the ghostly nightclub running until Halloween, but also she can keep it up longer. Well, that's what the bones are for.
That's right.
Anyway,
they're doing their job.
I finally figured out what.
That's how everyone's going.
I figured out what shape I want to put in the liquid now. Never mind.
Yeah, you can get the 3D printed pole dancing strippers skeletons.
That's not what I was thinking. Anyway, it's fun and games. This brings people joy and everything. Skeletons at the candy shop will keep giving lap dances and making well-earned money now. Visitors who pay the club visit should remember to bring those dollar bills for the hardworking skeletons. Yeah,
one guy commented on our article saying, you need to add the photo of you tucking a buck in the rib cage.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
So there's that. Yeah. There we go. So I think we're down to our last story, Mike.
Yeah, this is, I guess, was our last one this week. 2 men accused of selling an Indian doctor an Aladdin's lamp. They've been arrested after he realized it did not give him the good health and fortune he promised. So, 2 men are accused of selling an Indian doctor a lamp. It looks like it has like the big curve on the back, and it has like the big base, and it looks like Aladdin's lamp.
Right.
He sold it to this doctor for $93,000.
Oh my gosh!
Dr. Laik Khan approached the police after he realized that the lamp he was sold did not give him the good health and wealth and fortune he was promised, according to the BBC.
Okay.
Amit Rai, a a senior Meerut police officer, told the AFP the cheats had struck a deal for much more than, but the doctor had paid about 7 million rupees, or about $93,000.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Rai said authorities were still looking for the wife of one of the suspects, who was also believed to be involved. Of course, she's the one who got all the money, duh. Didn't even have to go stripping skeletons or anything for it. So 2 men are accused of selling a doctor in Aladdin's lamp for $93,000. They arrested. He said, gradually they started telling me about a Baba, a self-proclaimed God man, whom they claimed also visited their home, he said in the complaint. They started brainwashing me and asked me to meet his Baba. The doctor reportedly said he met the Baba, who seemed to perform such rituals, and eventually sold the lamp, which he said the 2 men referred to as Aladdin Ka Chirag, or Aladdin's lamp.
Okay.
They were arrested on Thursday, but authorities were still looking for the women. 2 men were booked under sections 386 and 420 of the Indian Penal Code, which cover extortion after putting a person under fear of death or grievous hurt, and cheating and dishonesty, inducing delivery of property.
Oh.
And Robin Williams did not appear out of the lamp either, so that's too bad.
Nah,
the men have also cheated other families using the same scam. Apparently, the total amount of money involved runs into several million rupees. I wonder how many rupees that Asteroid is worth. Like it's probably like then you got a Googleplex, right? The one with the 100 zeros. Is that it?
Well, that's what the Undertaker did to Mick Foley off the cage. He gave him
a Googleplex off the top rope.
There you go.
But his daughter doesn't know what the hell's going on, so it doesn't matter. She's busy watching the Ewok and Chewbacca on the cam outside.
On the trail cam, yeah.
Yeah, seriously, God.
Yeah, pictures. Well, all right.
So, Ivan, you get the 3 wishes out of the lamp. For you, what do you wish for out of the lamp?
What do I wish for out of the lamp?
What Robin Williams shows up as the genie of the lamp. He says, you get 3 wishes. Or no, Robin Williams, or no. You get 3 wishes. What do you get?
I can't bring anybody back from the dead.
I can't make anybody fall in love. Let's see. 3 wishes. Well, 1 would be, and I know I can't wish for more wishes, I know. 1 would be...
Can you wish for another lamp that provides wishes?
Technically you could. And then that lamp would give me 3 more wishes. And then from that wish, I could just add another lamp. And I could keep multiplying all the wishes.
I have this feeling that doesn't going to work.
No, yeah, Robin Williams be like,
Okay, fine.
I'm more worried about because playing too much Dungeons and Dragons over the years.
Yeah, it turns into a bit of monkey's paw.
You gotta word that stuff real careful.
Right, because
you ask for $1 billion in cash, poof, it's $1 billion that he took out of Fort Knox, and now it's yours, and now they're coming to get you.
Or I'll give you. No, my favorite of all time was, we wished for big treasure. It was 80 feet tall and 700 pounds.
You got it. It's big, all right.
Oh boy!
You can't get it out the door.
No, can't take it nowhere.
Son of a! Somebody had somebody who had a shrink spell, and we had to shrink that thing every 12 hours so that we could carry it. And God forbid somebody ran out of spells for the day, we were screwed.
Well,
or it ran out at the wrong time.
Yeah, wishes.
I would wish for good health. I would wish for. Oh my gosh! See, you have to word everything perfectly. That's the
right.
hard.
You gotta write this shit down.
Yeah, I know. I know what of the first things would be
too hard. This is too hard to do.
Yeah.
Because I know what I would wish for. I just have to word it right because the next thing Because
But
otherwise
that's
it's going to get ugly.
that's the part that sucks, because then you could say, "Oh, I wish for good health." Poof, they'll give you a doctor. I wish for lots of money. Poof, they'll take it from a bank, and then they're going to chase after me and then put me in jail because I did.
Well, they don't usually do that, but it's like, okay, I wish for lots of money. Okay, here's a lot with money in it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Here's $1. Here's a big lot with money in it. Get it? Ta-da!
Right.
Well, yeah. I would like to have unlimited sex with the most beautiful women in the world.
Right.
Okay.
For example, I was thinking, it's like I wish I had a big dick, but next thing I know, I could be standing right next to Donald Trump.
That was good.
I mean,
yeah. So the wishes, you gotta plan it out.
Yeah, you gotta
plan it out real well. You can't just be flippant about it and just say it and then hope that it is.
Say I wish I was the sexiest man alive.
Yep.
So what's that mean? Like he'd wish all the other men away, or
I don't know. Well,
you'd
that's
be
usually
the
not
old
too
sexy
bad.
one by default.
That's not usually too bad, but like things like, I wish I had a great ass, and the next thing you know, you got a donkey.
Then they give you a donkey.
Or your ass turns into a giant. Your ass now looks like a donkey ass. I don't know. They're weird things like that. I literally just had that happen, where something happened like that, and my D&D character lost his teeth. And I'm like, how the hell did that happen? I spent time worrying it right, and I ended up still losing my. This is bullshit. Character can't even eat solid food anymore. Gonna have to bring like a blender with him everywhere.
And to drink everything with a straw.
And then I have to create dentures or something. I don't know.
You can wish for dentures.
Yeah. Well.
And then you'll get a set that don't fit in your mouth.
That reminds me of the time where I was playing in college with somebody, and we got wishes from a dragon. And the guy says to him, "I want a flaming battle axe. I just want you to put flame on my battle axe." And he's like, "You want me to do what?" "I want you to put flame on my battle axe. It'd be great. We got a flaming battle axe, and I can be fighting with it." And we're all like, have this look on our face. We're like pantomiming to the judge. We're like, we're all moving back like 50 feet.
Yeah.
And away. Because he's like, okay. Guy turns into like Char, and there's no more battle axe anymore.
Human Torch.
There's no more battle axe anymore. The best part is that he was renting the battle axe from like the cleric's guild or some shit like that. So he's got to bring the battle axe back, and he walks in and hands them an envelope
with the ashes in it. Yeah,
with the ashes in it. Like, I couldn't stop laughing because there's the GM's like, "What do you think you're doing?" The GM's like, "What do you think you're doing?" He's like, "No, that ever says I have to turn it in. You said I had to turn in the entire battle axe. It's all here." There you go.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So it's all about be careful what you wish for.
Be careful what
But if you wish to see these crazy stories, it's on our Facebook page. You can check us out there. We're on Instagram and Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on the usual podcast hosting platforms, i.e. Google, Apple, Spotify, Anchor. You can download this show on your usual platform from there. Email us at sotrtpodcast@gmail.com.
There you go, folks, and thank you for joining us here at the News of the Squared in high fidelity. Over here, and of course, I'm Jivin Ivan, and from Jeff and Mike and myself.
Mark?
Who the hell is Mark?
I don't know.
He's our new intern.
Mark,
yes. You don't look at me like that. Mike and myself. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week.
That's the plan. Yeah, man. Be safe.
with Mark.